Good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to talk about the changing political landscape of France and Britain. In recent times, the political landscape of France and Britain have been experiencing dramatic shifts, positioning the two countries at opposite ends of the political spectrum. Just days after the United Kingdom elected a pragmatic centrist government with a substantial majority, France's legislative elections resulted in a deadlocked parliament, signaling the rise of both far-right and far-left factions. The UK appears to be emerging from a period of political chaos that began with the Brexit vote in 2016. The new centrist government promises stability after years of turbulence. In contrast, France is entering a phase of political instability. Despite relief that the far-right Rassemblement National underperformed in the second round of voting, the center ground in French politics is shrinking, weakening President Emmanuel Macron's authority. It is unfortunate that the political cycles of France and Britain are not aligned. As neighbors and democracies with similar sized populations, it makes sense for these two countries to collaborate. Both nations hold symbols of great power status, such as nuclear weapons and permanent seats on the UN Security Council, despite lacking the economic clout to fully back these roles. Both France and Britain have been proactive in addressing climate change and view the threat from Vladimir Putin's Russia with seriousness, strongly supporting Ukraine. Historically, they have been Europe's leading military powers, although this might change with German rearmament. Brexit has hindered Britain's influence over Europe, leaving a legacy of mistrust and institutional damage. Meanwhile, Macron seized the chance to present an ambitious vision for Europe's future. However, with this domestic political mandate weakened, his leadership in Europe is likely to diminish. The international challenges facing Britain, France, and Europe are only expected to intensify. The ongoing war in Ukraine is currently in a deadlock, with concerns over potential Russian breakthrough. Additionally, the prospect of a second Trump presidency poses risks to the NATO alliance and the international trading system, threatening Europe's future prosperity and security. Ideally, France and Britain should work more closely together to address these common threats and push for greater European cooperation. However, the recent political shift in both countries makes such cooperation challenging. If French foreign policy starts to reflect the priorities of the political extremes, it could clash with the views of Britain's new Starmer government. Both the far left and far right in France are more sympathetic to Putin's Russia than Macron or Starmer. Starmer's green-tinged internationalism aligns more with Germany's luring coalition led by Social Democratic Olaf Scholz. On his second day in office, David Lammy, Britain's new foreign secretary, was warmly received in Berlin, a reception usually reserved for France's foreign minister. Starmer and Lammy, though pro-European, must contend with the reality that Britain is no longer an EU member. They aim to renegotiate a new security pact with the EU encompassing energy, climate, and critical minerals, potentially paving the way for broader cooperation without revisiting the sensitive issues of British EU membership. Labour's proposals for closer EU-UK cooperation were well received in Germany, Poland, and Sweden. However, France's response remains crucial. During Brexit negotiations, France played a key role in preventing Britain from cherry-picking the benefits of EU membership without fulfilling its obligations. Unfortunately, France is poised for a period of introspection and it may take months before it can provide a coherent response on European matters. This delay could pose problems for both Britain and the EU. The political landscape of France and Britain are in flux. with significant implications for the future cooperation and the stability of Europe, as both countries navigate their internal challenges and external threats. Their ability to work together will be crucial for addressing common issues and maintaining regional security and prosperity. Thank you for listening.